Remodeling a kitchen is a big undertaking, or so you think, and it's one that does require careful planning. But if you're thinking about redoing your kitchen, there are important things to consider before you go ahead with your remodeling plans. And joining us to tell you what they are is Dave Satkowski. He's the owner of Deerfield Cabinets in South Deerfield. Dave, everyone has a dream kitchen in their brain, right? They think of what they want. But the first thing to consider is, what is your budget?
Correct, because everybody wants everything but necessarily can't afford it. So
yes,
yeah, you need to have a realistic budget going in and go from there.
But there are things that you can do that are less expensive than, than the dream kitchen that you may imagine. So it is doable no matter what, and it's not something to be intimidated by, because there are so many options out there.
Right.
So the first step is knowing, what do you like and what do you not like about your kitchen?
Correct. There's things that work in your kitchen, there's things that don't work. So what do we need to leave where it is? What can we move around? Do you need more counter space? Can we add an island maybe to give you that counter space? There's all kinds of things we can do to add.
And you can even knock down walls if you have to, and
move a window, move a door, close a window. There's all things you don't want to, because there's a window on this wall, it doesn't have to stay there. We can change it. We can shorten it, put cabinets under it.
Recreate
a lot of things you can do.
Okay, so you have some pictures of examples of kitchens that have been remodeled, and they're updated and they look fresh and bright, and these are just some of the newer features like the glass cabinets.
Correct. And the different staggered heights, staggered depths in and out to give you some more features. This one has a wood hood above the stove, which is very nice.
Yes.
It's also expensive, but it's a very nice feature,
Well, it depends on your budget and where you want to spend your money.
It does.
Right, and there's some other pictures as well that we can take a look at. Oh, that's like a really nice island right there.
Correct. It's a large family, young family, and they entertain a ton, so they wanted a large eating area, entertaining area. On the other side of that bar top is a large range for cooking with wings on the side, so there's a lot of prep area. The family sits above on the raised bar, so it's a nice
and that's where you spend so much time. We were chatting about that earlier, Dave, and you can't close the door to your kitchen.
No.
That's where everyone gathers.
Right, you can't keep people out of the kitchen, so you might as well
make it a kitchen that you love, right? And there's one
be.
More photo, and that's just an example of some of the different details you can add.
A feature, sure. That's like a hutch kind of a look. Yeah.
Now let's talk about countertops, because a lot of times you move into a house and it's those green countertops from the 70s.
Right.
That's the first thing you want to go.
Absolutely.
I never realized all the different options that were available.
There are too many options, really. I mean, laminate is still by far your best value.
Okay.
And you can see they've done a lot of new colors, stone looks. They don't have the dark seam they used to have, so it's a lot better product than the old laminate.
And this is Formica.
That's laminate. Yeah, there's many different brands. That's Formica, but there's Wilson. There's other ones. The next best value is Granite. Believe it or not, people have a perception of Granite being the most expensive, but it's not. The prices haven't changed in years. And then all of these others are man-made products. Different. Some are natural materials. Some are resin-based. So there's dozens and dozens of choices for countertops.
So I can have a hot pink countertop?
You can, yeah.
Really?
You can, yeah.
Wow, I'll have to look into that. All right, now let's talk about cabinets.
Right.
Whether it's the type of wood that you choose or the style that you decide to go with, there are a lot of different options, and that actually could be a lot more affordable than you think.
Yeah, there's some really good budget options for cabinets by wood species, oak and hickory being the least expensive option. The door style drives the cost of the cabinet, believe it or not. That's the most expensive part. So the simpler the door, the better value it is. And then you can go up in different wood species, painted options, add a little bit too. So there's hundreds of choices.
So you could get the stained cabinet look or the painted. Now, what would you say is really trendy, really popular right now in cabinet
We're
styles?
selling a lot of painted cabinets now, more than we've ever done.
And painted is something, obviously, the colors.
Correct.
Right?
Different kind of paints. This is a brushed finish. This is a distressed painted product. So there's more and more, and partly because that's what all the magazines show, painted. So it's kind of the push nationally.
Yes.
Years ago in New England, all we sold was wood. No one wanted anything painted, So anyway, there's all different options.
And people do tear out those pictures from a magazine and say, this is what I want my house to look like.
Everybody has a kitchen folder where they have different pictures of what they'd like to have, and that's helpful for a designer to come in and say, this is what I want to build into my kitchen. So we work it.
Now, Dave, we're almost out of time, but some of the neat features that people may not realize, for example, soft close drawers and doors that don't slam and wake up your family.
Yeah, that's kind of the must-have now. Everybody wants soft close. It's pretty much expected now, and all the cabinets have it. Roll-out trays, so you're not digging underneath your cabinet for pots and pans, you can pull, the whole shelf comes out. Those kind of things are very popular. Lazy Susans in the corner cabinets, those kind of things. You know, glass cabinets. You have some nice pottery or something you want to show. All those kind of things.
Do that, right?
Correct.
Exactly. And so the main thing is, when you look at the kitchen that you have and the kitchen that you want, you really can create that by knowing exactly what your budget is and knowing what your options are. So taking that first step just to kind of look and see, because you know you are going to get the return when you do sell your home.
Correct. That's the biggest thing. Just start the process and start talking about it. You'll get excited. We can get something in your budget. It's not a big deal.
Don't be scared.
No, don't be scared.
And it's not like you'll have to be eating takeout for weeks and weeks and weeks, right?
It's invasive, but it's minimal. Yeah.
Minimal, and then you make new friends.
Right, absolutely.
Right? Well, it's so nice to talk to you.
Oh, great.
Hopefully you've inspired people this spring to kind of spruce up their kitchen. Thanks so much for being here.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Coming up on